Hold on. There we go.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
It's House Parties!
And it's the Flannel Guys.
It's the Flannel Guys, totally uncoordinated. But, you know, when you look this good, you just can't help but wear flannels.
Yeah,
I don't know. Well, guys, let's just hit some announcements right off the bat.
Yeah.
We've said it for the last however many weeks, but we have the missions trip coming up in July, and we have about 12 spots left. So, guys, I know a lot of you have said that you're going. A lot of you guys have responded to the email saying you're going. But go and hit that link. We could either email that out. We could have it on the screen. We'll have it somewhere for you. Yeah. Go to the link, fill it out. It's $50 to register and $349 before we leave. Please do that. If you want to go, we want you to go. So go and do that.
Yeah, and if you have any, if that price scares you a little bit and you need someone to negotiate with your parents and talk to them a little bit, Adam's great at that.
Great.
I'm great at that. Stetson's great at that. Bring your parents to the cereal bar on Sunday, or text us, or get your leaders to text us. Absolutely. But it seems like the pace is picking up as far as people signing up.
Totally.
So I can't promise what next week will look like as far as how many spots are available.
So long story short, go and register. And then if finances are really an issue and you just know that $349 is completely out of the question, just come talk to me. Have your parents shoot me an email. We're never going to let finances get in the way if you want to come. So yeah, mission trip. I think that is the big piece of announcements that we have. So, should we do a game to kick things off? What do you think?
Let's go.
Okay, so we're going to do blind karaoke. So, what you're going to do, we're going to do 3 rounds. So right now, people start raising your hands, and leaders pick 3 people that we're going to have go through blind karaoke. And the way this is going to work is here in a second, we're going to have one of the songs come on, but because you can't see it, whoever the first person is, we want you to sit in front of the TV and face away from the screen so you can't see the words. And so there'll be a countdown, and then the music will start playing and everyone else can see the words, but the person singing can't. So we'll go through and we'll do that, and we'll see who does the best out of the 3, and it's going to be a democracy vote. Yeah. So the groups are going to vote. So first person, go ahead and get in front of the screen, and we're going to start now.
I just want to say shout out to the person going first. Like, that took a lot of courage and guts, unless you're the particular people I'm thinking of where you just love the attention. Some of you, I bet you it took a lot of courage for you to go up there, and it sounded beautiful. I could tell.
Yeah, we can totally see into the future right now through this lens, and we know it was awesome. So, second person, go ahead and get in front of the screen, and we're going to get ready to start here in a second. Awesome. Again, I think that was beautiful.
Yeah.
You killed it. You did a great job. I don't know. I think you did.
Yeah.
So, all right, last round, third person, get in front of the screen, and we're going to hit it for the third time.
Whoa. That's my favorite for sure.
It was the greatest thing
So good.
I've ever seen.
You rocked.
I totally know. It was amazing. All right, so groups, go ahead and vote who did the best. Was it first person, second person, or third person? And then you're gonna win a giant high five.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, it's
That's
so
great.
so
From
amazing.
everybody.
From everyone. So everyone go high five that person. Like, not as hard as you can, but like
As nice as
as
you
nice as you can. Super great. So awesome.
Great.
Well, I think that is it for games and announcements.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into it right now. Can't wait to see you guys here soon. What's up, CC students? You know, over the last number of weeks, we've been in this series that we're calling What's Next, where we're looking at after the resurrection of Jesus. It's some really cool stories through the book of Acts of it's like, hey, what happens next? Where the resurrection really is the starting point of our faith, and we're really driving things forward from there. Before we get into tonight's content, I wanted to ask you guys a question. Have you ever had a time where you had your best day and your worst day all in the same time? I have a story like this. Some of you guys might know that I served in the Army for a number of years after high school. And after going through basic training and infantry training and a whole bunch of things, I got a chance to go to sniper school. You know, you guys see the movies of the people looking through the really big guns and doing all the really cool stuff. I'm like, I wanted to be one of those guys. So I went down to Georgia and I started going through this school, and I actually, about a month into it, I was the top of our class. And we got to a portion of the training and we were lifting up some logs, and I actually dislocated my shoulder on that day. And so I was given a choice and an option from our instructors. They said, hey, you could either decide to, on one hand, you can quit and you can go back to your unit, no harm, no foul, or we can wait to recycle you into the next class while you healed. And so I was posed with this dilemma of what do I want to do? I was having the time of my life. I was in a school that I always wanted to go to, but I just got injured and I could just quit and go off to the side. And I want to let you know, I ended up choosing to stay. I got recycled to the next class and went on to graduate. But in that time, I had my worst day and my best day all at once, and I felt all the emotions and was scared and nervous and excited. But it was really a fork in the road. And I think, honestly, students, a lot of times our faith can feel like this also, where we can have our best days and our worst days all at once, where God can show up and do amazing things in our lives, and then we have something happen, and then we find ourselves questioning, God, where even are you in the midst of this pain? I know that I have felt like that so many times, but the good thing, students, is you're not alone in this. The Bible is full of stories of people that are having their best and worst day all at once. And tonight we're actually going to be looking at one of those stories as well. So a little background on the book of Acts. If you guys haven't been here in a few weeks, we've looked at how the Holy Spirit has come. People caught fire and they went out and started planting churches and spreading the good news and just spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. And they're being persecuted in this. And tonight we're actually going to fast forward a little bit to look at this guy named Paul. Now, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time going through his backstory because I could talk for hours and hours about that, but the short and sweet is Paul was this guy who's basically the worst of the worst, going and persecuting and killing Christians. He has an encounter with Jesus. He goes and meets this man named Ananias and gets baptized and goes and gets integrated with the disciples, and then basically is the father of the early church. And so at this point, Paul is going out on his first mission with his pal named Barnabas. If you were at student night, I think about 3 months ago, I spoke on that. And so I'm actually not going to read these verses to you because I want you and your groups to sit and read this and discuss this because it's so powerful, and I don't want you to lose that levity by me talking into a camera on this. So you're going to be looking at Acts 14, 8 through 21 tonight. And so sit there as a group, read through this. And what I want you to remember when we're reading this is that turning back will cease to be an option when we realize that God's greatest victories for us still lie ahead. And so tonight we're going to talk about kind of that tension point between the good and the bad and the best day and the worst day. And how do we reconcile that and bring it together and step into what God has for each of us. So your leaders are going to have some discussion questions. Get deep together, guys. Be honest about where you're at. This is a time for us to grow in relationship with one another in the Lord. I can't wait to see you guys soon.